Good evening, everyone, and welcome to High Quiz Bowl. I'm Terry Wirkus, glad to be here this evening. We've got a team looking for win number 2 and a team trying to keep them from that win number 2. I'd like to remind you that High Quiz Bowl is brought to you by Erickson Bakeries, who bake delicious, wholesome bread, and Viterbo College, with grant support from IGA and from Central Wisconsin Bank Shares. Let's come over here now and meet our teams. First of all, our team challenging the two-time winner, Logan. This is Seneca High School.
Scott Trouch, Senior.
Scott Quigney, Junior.
Ann Biggin, Senior. Marjorie Sutton, Senior.
And Seneca's alternate is David Deeb, and their coach is Mr. Larry Stevenson. Welcome to Seneca. And now our squad from Logan.
Mark Glasser, Senior.
Kathy Mowbray, Junior.
Jason Cleveland, Senior.
Steve Duffrin, Sophomore.
And our alternate from Logan High School is Jeanette Miller, and their coach is Diane Gebhardt. Welcome to both of you teams. Let's come on over here now. I think we'll stand back here today, Wayne. A little something different. Our coach, or not coach, I did it again, Wayne. Our judge and education consultant, Wayne Wojciechowski from Viterbo College. Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, Terry.
You are looking well.
Thank you. I feel good.
Are you ready for another exciting game? Remember last week I said
Absolutely.
exciting, and it was?
It was.
It was. We'll be back with our game right after this break. That buzzer means it's time to begin the first half of our game this evening. I want to remind you, however, before we begin, that College Bowl Incorporated is our question authority. Now, I like to say that because if any of the questions or answers are wrong, I've got a fall guy. People don't blame me. Also, our judge, Wayne Wojciechowski's word is what we will take as the answer. So whatever he says goes in terms of answers and decisions when it comes to anything that needs to be judged. So let's get going with our game. Seneca and Logan, here is your first toss-up question. Simon Legree and Little Eva were major characters in this book written by Harriet Beecher Stowe. Mowbray, Logan.
Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Correct. We've got 5 bonus categories this evening: words, miscellaneous, music, history, and biology. Mr. Cleveland, what would Logan like to choose to begin with tonight?
We'll take words.
Words it is. This is worth 30 points. French has given us the words contour and naive, while German has contributed kindergarten and zinc. For 10 points apiece, what other European languages have lent us sherry and cargo?
Spain.
Spanish is right. Gin and split.
Danish.
No, Dutch. How about tank and pagoda?
Portuguese.
Portuguese is correct. 20 points. When a shooting star reaches the Earth, teams, what is it called? Duffer and Logan.
Meteorite.
That is right.
Go with words again.
Words again. This is worth 25 points, Logan. They are descendants of French Canadians who were driven from their homeland in 1749 and settled in Louisiana. Their name is now used for a spicy southern cuisine. 25 points, what are they called?
Cajuns.
That's right, 25 points. Teams, he retired as Muhammad Ali. For 10 points, under what name did he first win? Quigney, Seneca, excuse me.
Cassius Clay.
That is correct for 10 points. You don't mind as long as you get it right, right? Okay, what's your bonus category, please?
We'll take biology.
Biology. This is worth 30 points, Seneca. Jot down these terms if you wish. It has been established that the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and the medulla serve certain specific functions. For 15 points each, which one of these parts of the brain plays a major role in the following? Respiration.
The medulla.
That's correct. How about thought?
The cerebrum.
That is also right for 30 points. The 7 Years' War ended in 1763. For 10 points, teams, by what name was it known in America? Duffer and Logan.
French and Indian War.
That is right.
Go with words again.
Words for 30 points. Provide the word ending in gram that best fits each of these descriptions. A message in cipher or code.
Anagram.
That's a cryptogram. A map using shadings, curves, or dots to show geographic statistics.
Topogram.
That's what's called a cartogram. How about the third part of the question? A negative obtained by exposing a photographic plate near an object illuminated by a laser beam.
Hologram.
That is correct. 10 points. The okapi traces its lineage back 30 million years, teams. For 10 points, to what long-necked African mammal is it related? Quigney's, Seneca.
Giraffe.
That is right. Let you choose your bonus category.
We'll try
Quigley.
biology again.
Biology, okay, this is worth 30 points. A doctor would call your backbone the vertebrae. In your kneecap, the patella. For 10 points apiece, what would the doctor call your collarbone?
A clavicle.
Mm-hmm. How about your finger and toe bones?
Phalanges.
That's right. Your lower jawbone.
The mandible.
We'll give you 30 points. Each has a given name and one taken on his election. For 10 points, what religious figure is also known simply as Papa? Duffer and Logan.
The Pope.
That's right, 10 points.
Go with biology.
This biology question is worth 20 points. It's time to see how much you know about plants. We'll give you 5 points each to identify the following parts of a flower as either male or female. The anther,
Male.
the stamen,
Male.
the pistil,
Female.
and the style,
Female.
for 20 points. Among his best-known works were Hedda Gabler and A Doll's House. Mowbray, Logan.
Henrik Ibsen.
That is right.
We'll go biology again.
Biology, once again, this is worth 25 points. Consider red blood cells, neurons, and heart muscle cells. 3 supposed essentials for any living cell are a defined cell membrane, cytoplasm, and a nucleus. 25 points, Logan. According to this specification, which of them qualifies as a cell? The answer is neurons. You won't find their commercials on American television, teams. In fact, they've been banned from landing in the U.S. But for 10 points, what is the official Soviet airline?
Aeroflot?
Glasser, Logan.
Aeroflot.
That is correct.
We'll go with music.
Music. First time, I believe, in that category. This is worth 30 points. In music, the key of C has no flats and no sharps. If you're sharp, you'll earn a flat 10 points each for these musical terms that begin with the letter C. A strong, regular rhythm, as in a march.
Cadence.
Any combination of 3 or more notes played simultaneously.
A chord.
A continuous increase in loudness,
Crescendo.
for 30 points. It transports food and drink to the stomach. For 10 points, Sutton, Seneca.
Esophagus.
Spell esophagus, Logan. I'm sorry, Seneca. Spell esophagus for me, Logan. Mowbray.
Esophagus.
That's right, 10 points.
We'll go with music again.
Music for 20 points. Fidelio was Beethoven's only opera, but for 20 points, how many symphonies did he write?
9.
That's 20 points. Okay, teams. Only one president was buried in Pennsylvania. For 10 points, name this 15th president of the United States. Duffer and Logan.
Johnson.
No, that's not right. Seneca. Quigney.
Buchanan.
That is correct for 10 points. And your choice and bonus categories, sir.
We'll take words.
Words. That is worth 20 points this time around. A kidnapper abducts people, while a robber removes a person's property. For 10 points each, Seneca, classify these criminals for me. A cattle thief.
A rustler.
A thief who steals the funds of a company while working with those funds on the company's behalf.
An embezzler.
That is right, 20 points. Rembrandt's painting Aristotle Contemplating the Bust of Homer can be seen in the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City. 10 points. What was Rembrandt's nationality? Duffer and Logan.
French.
No, that's not right. Seneca. Biggin.
Italian.
No, he was Dutch, or we could accept Holland, Netherlands, or Flemish. For 10 points, which is the largest desert in the world, teams? Quigney.
The
Seneca.
Sahara.
The Sahara is right.
Words.
Words. The last time in that category, this is worth 30 points. For 10 points apiece, apply the word or name that fits each of these double definitions. A person of violent or unstable temper, and an incrustation on the teeth.
A tartar.
Mm-hmm. An inhabitant of Tangiers, and a type of citrus that is easily peeled and separated.
A tangerine.
And the last great ruling native dynasty or empire in India, and our word for a big shot in business. Mogul. So we'll give you 20 points for that bonus. That buzzer means it's halftime. We'll be back to find out how the score is at this half-point break, and we'll also meet the team. Right after. You say my mom was clapping? Really? Does my mom watch this show? What's the score at halftime, Wayne?
Well, at halftime, we have a score of 195 for Logan, and Seneca has 135. That's a 60-point spread, but it's anyone's game.
I knew you were going to say that. I just knew it. Let's come over here and meet with the teams. Mr. Quigney, tell us a little bit about your high school, Seneca, please.
Okay, Seneca is a small Class C school in the middle of Crawford County's dairy country. It is a rural school with most students living on farms. We at Seneca are proud of our band and our athletic teams, including our conference champ volleyball team and former state champ softball team. Seneca has a well-rounded scholastic program preparing students for college, tech school, and employment.
I'm not going to make fun of you by saying this, but I'm almost waiting for you to say, and that's the way it is, because you sound a little bit like Walter Cronkite. That's a compliment. That's a compliment. Let's come up here now and meet with Logan. And who's going to do it tonight? I remember last week I thought Mr. Cleveland was going to do it. I had a big speech, and then he says, well, Miss Mowbray is going to talk. So you're going to talk again, Miss Mowbray?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good.
Logan High School, the newest of La Crosse's school, opened its doors to students in its new building in 1979. Today we have a faculty of over 75 teachers and a student population of 1,060. In addition to a college prep curriculum with accelerated classes, Logan also offers a sound vocational program. The goal of our extracurricular program is to balance athletics with aesthetics. Our athletic program offers a wide array of team and individual sports for boys and girls alike. Our arts program includes the annual musical, debate, forensics, and a school play. The Logan Marching Band has grown in members and reputation and now has 140 band members and has earned numerous awards. The starring act of our vocal music program is the Logan Swing Choir, the class act, an award-winning high school swing choir. To challenge the minds of students, academic programs such as High Quiz, Academic Decathlon, Future Problem Solving, and Mock Trial are offered. At Logan, students, faculty, and administrators alike are enthusiastic about the opportunities that are offered. Pride at Logan is greater than ever before.
Very nice, Miss Mowbray. Doesn't she sound a little bit like Jessica Savage up there? Huh?
Yeah.
Whoops, is that the wrong network? Maybe I better watch out. We'll be back with the second half of High Quiz Bowl right after this break. The next time you hear that buzzer, the game will be over. Who will win? Well, we don't know yet. Let's find out by playing the second half of tonight's High Quiz Bowl game. Teams will start out with this 10-point toss-up. It certainly could be considered as one of the most crucial and trying jobs in America, and it is not the moderator of High Quiz Bowl, I'll tell you that. Harold Brown preceded, but for 10 points, what present Secretary of Defense? Quigney, Seneca.
Casper Weinberger.
That is right, lately in the news. What's your choice for our bonus categories, Mr. Quigney? We've got some categories here this evening. to choose
We'll have
from.
history.
History it is. I think that's the first time in the category tonight, worth 30 points. For 10 points apiece, Seneca, name the states where these Civil War events occurred. The Battle of Gettysburg.
Pennsylvania.
That's right. Sherman's March to the Sea.
Georgia.
That's right. How about the state whose capital became the first capital of the Confederacy?
Virginia.
No, Alabama. So we can give you 20 points on that bonus. A rundown hotel is sometimes called seedy, teams, but if you saw the Roman numerals CD, 10 points, Duffer and Logan.
490.
It's not right. Seneca, if you saw the Roman numerals CD, for 10 points, what number would they represent? Quigney.
400.
That is correct. I'm waiting for your bonus question choice, sir.
We'll try history.
Okay, history it is. This is worth 30 points, Seneca. Teddy Roosevelt was the proponent of the square deal. Franklin Roosevelt, the New Deal. And Harry S. Truman, the fair deal. For 15 points apiece, tell us whether the following events took place under the square, the new, or fair deals. The Atlantic Charter was signed.
The square deal.
That was the New Deal. How about the McCarran-Walter Immigration Act was passed over the president's veto?
The New Deal.
That was the fair deal. Okay, we go back to the toss-up questions. Friday was Robinson Crusoe's manservant. For 10 points, who wrote the book? Mowbray, Logan.
Daniel Defoe.
For 10 points. And a chance at a bonus category.
Go music.
Music for 20 points. It was a book, motion picture, and Broadway musical with songs including Make Believe, My Bill, and Old Man River. For 20 points, name this Edna Ferber classic.
Swanee River.
Showboat. Showboat. Here's a 10-point toss-up, team. Sculptor Frederick Bartholdi's best-known work will celebrate a bicentennial in 1986. For 10 points, what statue? Duffer and Logan.
Statue of Liberty.
That's right.
Go music.
Let's hope I don't have to sing this one. This is worth 20 points. Its predecessor, Woodstock, was a rock concert that became a symbol of youthful rebellion back in 1969. For 20 points, what 1985 concert became a worldwide television event, raising funds for Ethiopia?
Live Aid.
Absolutely right, for 20 points. Here's a 10-point toss-up, teams. Kathmandu is a city in the Himalayas. Tell me, in what country is it located in? Mowbray, Logan.
Tibet.
That's not right. Seneca. Crouch.
China.
No, Nepal. It's the capital of Nepal. In 1929, teams, it was known as Black Tuesday. For 10 points, what happened on Wall Street that day? Cleveland, Logan.
Stock market crashed.
That is right.
Looks like lost the music.
This is worth 30 points. Rock and roll has made an impact on American culture. Rock stars can often be identified by their hit singles. For 10 points apiece, I'll give you the hit single, and you give me the artist or group that performed that song. Sympathy for the Devil.
Motley Crue.
The Rolling Stones. How about Born to Run?
Beatles.
The Boss, Bruce Springsteen. You're No Good.
The Who.
Linda Ronstadt. So we can't give you any on that one. Here's a 10-point toss-up. Age is not a matter of years, but a state of mind. So said his wife, Gracie Allen. For 10 points, Duffer and Logan.
George Burns.
That's right, 10 points, and a chance at a bonus.
We'll go biology.
Biology, for 25 points, the last time in that category. The RNA molecule has 4 bases: adenine, cytosine, guanine, and uracil. They are always organized into pairs, always with the same partner. 25 points, what are those 2 pairs?
Adenine, cytosine, uracil, guanine.
Adenine, uracil, and guanine, cytosine. So negative in that, or nothing in that one as well. It was built on the Colorado River, teams, in Arizona. Duffer and Logan.
Hoover Dam.
That is right.
We'll go miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous for 20 points. There are 4 main classifications of pumps: the centrifugal, rotary, reciprocating, or jet pump. 20 points, which best describes the human heart?
The jet pump.
Reciprocating pump. You'll find it in special books, teams, and now in many elevators. It's a system of raised dots.
Braille.
Cleveland, Logan.
Braille.
Braille is correct.
We'll go miscellaneous again.
Miscellaneous, this is worth 30 points. Here's a query about various states of matter. 10 points apiece, what do we call the temperature at which a liquid solidifies?
Freezing point.
The temperature at which air is saturated with water vapor.
Dew point.
Temperature at which the vapor pressure of a liquid is equal to atmospheric pressure.
Standard temperature and pressure.
That is the boiling point, so we give you 20 points in that bonus. Jack Haley, Ray Bolger, and Bert Lahr appeared opposite Judy Garland in 1939. Quigley, Seneca.
The Wizard of Oz.
That is right.
We'll take miscellaneous.
Okay, this is worth 30 points, Seneca. Pencil and paper ready? Take the year of the defeat of the Spanish Armada. Add to it the number of U.S. states bordering the Pacific Ocean. And for 30 points, give me the total.
$1,913.
1,593. 1,593 is what we needed to have for that answer. It took him 19 years, teams, but on August 4th, 1985, this potential Hall of Fame pitcher finally won his 300th game. 10 points, who? Mowbray, Logan.
Pete Rose.
No, I'm sorry, Seneca. Crosse.
Phil Negro.
Tom Seaver of the Chicago White Sox. The name's almost the same. The author of the best-selling book Hiroshima or Hiroshima, which tells the story of 6 survivors, and a favorite chocolate bar made in Pennsylvania. Duffer and Logan.
Hershey.
Hershey is right.
We'll go with miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous, this is worth 30 points. 10 points each, identify these famous cities with similar names. In 1607, it was the first permanent English settlement in America.
Jamestown.
In 1978, it was the site of the largest mass suicide in modern history.
Guyana.
Jonestown. This Pennsylvania town suffered disastrous flooding most recently in 1977.
Johnstown.
That is correct for 20 points. What would he be worth today? Cy Young. Cy Young. Kenya, Zambia, and Zaire are among its neighbors. Dar es Salaam is its capital and largest city. For 10 points, identified as African nation on the Indian Ocean. Tanzania is the answer. Our second half, rather, is history. Our game is over. We'll be back to find out who won, the scores, and award the scholarships right after this break. Our game is history. Wayne, what will history say the score was?
Well, history will say that we have a two-time winner because Logan High School this evening had a total of 320 points, and Seneca High School has a total of 185 points.
Once again, a well-played game and a fun game. Enjoyed
Very
both
much
teams.
so.
Let's bring the captains over for their scholarships. First, Mr. Quigney from Seneca.
Scott, congratulations to you. And we have a $300 scholarship to any senior at Seneca High School who would like to use that for Viterbo College for the fall '86 semester. Congratulations and thanks for participating.
Thank you. Thank you, Scott. And Mr. Cleveland from Lacrosse Logan.
Jason, number 2.
Yep.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And we have another $500 scholarship that makes a total of $1,000 for you, for anyone else at Logan High for the fall '86 semester. Congratulations. Come back for number 3 next week.
Sure will.
Good. Thanks.
Well, Wayne, the game is history. As I understand, the first semester at Viterbo College is also history.
Very close. We've got what is called final exam week, this coming week. But I think this is the time in which you out there should give some thought to Viterbo College for the spring '86 semester, whether it be as a full-time student, part-time student, or maybe you just like to take 1 or 2 classes. Why don't you give the Office of Admissions a call this week or next week and let them help you plan for your education at Viterbo in January of '86.
Okay, Wayne, thank you so much. We will see you again for our next game.
We sure
You will be back, I hope.
Oh, definitely.
You are an integral part of these High Quiz Bowl games. Our next week, we'll be having Logan, Lacrosse Logan, trying to make win number 3 against a tough squad from New Lisbon, so please do join us. Terry Wirkus saying have yourself a very good evening and an even better tomorrow.
We hope you've enjoyed this week's game. High Quiz Bowl, in its 15th season here on WKBT, is brought to you by Wholesome Bread, baked by Erickson Bakeries, and by Viterbo College, one of Wisconsin's finest independent colleges.
I'm the operator with my pocket calculator. I'm the operator with my pocket calculator.